We are Graham and Kelly Levine, a husband and wife real estate team based in the beachy city of Carlsbad, just north of San Diego. Two driven entrepreneurs, we are working to build a robust real estate business, raise a happy, healthy family, and have a little fun in the process. This show gives a behind-the-scenes look at what drives us, our family, our business, our community, our lives. Thanks for tuning in. Hey everybody, we're Graham and Kelly. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning, Kelly. We're asked all the time, you guys are in real estate, you work with all these people, what's that like? So we decided to make a little session series called Real Estate People Stories. So this one is one that we just recently did. We call it Teacher Incognito. We were recently called by an elementary school teacher, local elementary school teacher who's been in the neighborhood for 30 years. Happily, it was time for him to retire, and he was really excited about moving back to the East Coast where he grew up. The thing is that he's been a fixture in the neighborhood for 30 years. And you guys know the type. He's like the local celebrity. Everybody sees him at the grocery store. They wave to him when he's driving by. And his concern was, hey, I'm going to put my house on the market, and I'm going to get a lot of interest, but it's going to be more along the lines of, I want to see where Mr. So-and-so lives. I want to see how he lives or what his house is like. So he didn't really want to sacrifice profit for privacy. So he called Kelly and I, and we went to work.
Yeah, we did. He was so private. And I mean, just to give you a point of how long he's been in the community, he taught at the elementary school when I was a student there. So I mean, we're going way, way, way back. Well,
you're dating yourself. Not too far
way,
back.
way, way back. Just what? Anyway. Yeah, and he was private. He had given so much of himself to the community, to the kids, to the parents, and he was just really protective of his private space. So when we started crafting our marketing plan for him, it was, how do we do this in a discreet way? How do we do it so that it's not kind of out there? Because there's a lot of things that if you look closely enough, you would have known he was a teacher, you would have known where he worked, that kind of thing. So we started doing something kind of at a grassroots level. We started sending out some letters, and we started calling our past clients and agents that we've worked with before, and putting something together that was a little bit more stealth as opposed to this big kind of announcement with banners and balloons and everything else that this house is listed. It was much quieter than that. And the neat thing about it was it actually worked. I mean, not that we're surprised that it worked. We've been doing this for a really long time, but every time it does work, we love it. So 12 days after it was on the market, we got an offer.
Over asking
price. And got him into escrow. And we ended up going through the whole process. This was kind of in the springtime, closed escrow at the end of the school year. He was able to move right after the year ended, and nobody ever knew that it was his house that was for sale. They knew the house was for sale, but they didn't know it was his. They didn't know who it belonged to. They didn't know why or what or any of the details. And he was able to make this move, this life-changing move, on his own terms in his own way. And we loved being able to help with that.
And we were honored to be able to do that, and we're total house nuts. Like, we're in the business. We love houses. We go on vacation. We stop in at open houses. We're kind of crazy
all the time.
Like that. But really, the driving force behind it is helping people, serving people. So we were able to do that. So I would like to cheers to Mr. So-and-so. Best of luck to you on the East Coast. We're coming because we know there's lobster there. We're big fans. So thank you again. And guys, we've been in the industry 15 years. There's nothing that we haven't seen. So if you're curious or concerned about how your transaction would play out, or your sale or your purchase would play out, give us a call. Thanks again for tuning in.